You're really working that Lynn listing, huh? That Lynn house? Is that the one you?
Have a few more people joining. So I know that a lot of us like to post coming soon posts. So we wanted to just turn it over to Zosha for a little bit, because in order to post a coming soon, you are marketing. So Zosha's just going to go over really quick the contracts that we need in order to do those posts. Because there's a specific form that needs to be signed to post coming soon. We just want to make sure everybody's aware of it so that you're not, I don't know what, flagged or something if somebody reports you for advertising. Zosha, you there?
I am. I just struggled to find my unmute button. So, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, awesome. So, all right, let me just get some stuff together here. I'm gonna just sign into Loop and open up the two forms so that way I am ready. Okay. All right, look at that. I did it. So, all right, I'm gonna share my screen. Stop, share. Sweet. Okay. So can you guys see my my keynote? All right, cool. So coming soon posts, it's a kind of simple flow chart, but also not at the same time. So we're going to start here in the middle. Do you have a signed? Do you have a listing agreement signed? If you don't have a listing agreement signed, none of this is applicable to you. You don't have to do MLS forms. The MLS forms, whether it's a delayed MLS, a non-MLS form, coming soon, any of those forms, they're only contingent upon you having a signed listing agreement. So if you do not have a signed listing agreement, you can post over here. So you can post coming soon or advertise however you'd like. However, where's my mouse? Oh God. However, if you do that, it is a big risk. We'll go over that after. As you know, if you do not have something signed, if you do not have a listing agreement signed, you run the risk of somebody seeing this advertised. A buyer goes to your seller directly. They just do a for sale by owner, or another agent picks it up and it just cuts you out. So that is a risk that you take. However, I thought it was worth mentioning that this is all contingent upon having a listing agreement signed. So if you do have a listing agreement signed, if we go over here to the left to the yes, do you have a non-MLS form signed? If you do, yes, that's great. You can post your coming soons or advertise however you like. If you do not have an MLS form signed, your other option is a coming soon form signed. If you do have that signed, again, you can post your coming soon or do whatever you'd like. But if you do not, you cannot post a coming soon post or advertise. So, and advertise in any way. So that means, posting it to MLS, Instagram, any social media, putting up a sign, any print marketing, none of that can be done. Anything that could be considered advertisement. Not having a listing agreement signed is a big risk. Kind of already went over that. If you have one of the MLS forms signed, they do also need to be sent to MLS. It's not just enough to have them signed. You do send them to MLS on each of the forms, which I will go over after. They do have an email address on them. It tells you, I believe that you just send it to support@mlspin.com. It's written on each of the forms that we'll go over. If you have the non-MLS form signed, your seller needs to inform you in writing they do want to go live in MLS. So they can do that with an email, they can do that with a text, since that's technically still in writing. But that is the, I guess, like the second step of having the non-MLS form signed. The non-MLS form, and we'll look at it, states, actually here, I'll just pull it up real quick. When you're in Loop, if you go over to templates, this is where you'll find the forms. At the very top, you have MLS forms. These are all of the current MLS forms. We actually you can see, I don't know if you guys see this on your end, but we just updated these back in November. MLS did like a logo change and they updated some of their forms. So we did refresh these and put in all of the new forms as of November 23rd. So the coming soon form is the one, that one, and the non-MLS form. Those are the two that we're talking about. I also think it's worth mentioning that the delayed MLS form is not applicable here. The delayed MLS form just means that you are delaying listing it, which also means that you are delaying showing it and you're delaying advertising it. If you have a delayed MLS form signed and submitted to MLS, that is not sufficient to do any advertisement or showings or put up a sign, because that's partly advertising. So you're coming soon. This is your coming soon form. It's pretty straightforward. You fill it out. You're coming soon. And then down here at the bottom, you have support@mlspin.com. That's where you would send this. The non-MLS form, also pretty simple. Just fill it out, contract start and end date. And then you have your seller sign, and then same thing, support@mlspin.com. And yeah, that's it.
I have a question.
I have a question about the deferred. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I question about the form. If you do the deferred, just a question on the deferred listing checkbox that's on that form, Zosha. Is that allow you to market it but not show it until the deferred date? Versus the one when you say just coming soon, it sounds like I'm hearing you can show it. And can you accept an offer too? On the first box you talked about coming soon, could you technically accept an offer versus like the deferred showing, you are marketing it and you can't show it to a certain date, almost like a delayed listing?
So you can still, I will double check with MLS on that. I'm pretty sure that you can still accept an offer if it's coming soon off market because MLS is aware of it. But I will double check that. So the coming soon, basically, it puts it on MLS as saying, hey, we're going to go live on this certain date. And it basically holds it in MLS so that MLS will show it to people who are members of MLS, but it does not syndicate to like Zillow, Redfin, and all those other websites that use MLS as a direct IDX feed. So for the deferral is stating that you're not going to do showings until a later date. So I don't know if you would be able to accept an offer if you're not doing showings, but I think that's a really good question, and I will reach out to MLS and get an answer for you. Mitch, if you don't mind either texting or emailing me your question so that way I can make sure that I'm relaying and reiterating it correctly, I will send that email today and I will follow up with you as soon as I get a response.
You cannot accept an offer on coming soon listings. Because if you defer showings, how can you accept offers for something what you did not see? You cannot accept, otherwise it makes no sense to have coming soon listings. It means get ready to show the property.
Yeah, but I think what they're conveying is that which I wouldn't
You can
anyway.
talk to your seller and say to your seller, yes, let's accept offer subject for somebody to see it. But you cannot, it makes no sense.
Well, my understanding is that the difference between coming soon and a deferred showing is coming soon, you can market it, show it, and even accept an offer. Deferred, it means that you can market it as a coming soon, but you can't do anything and you can't show it to a certain date. I personally would recommend the deferred showing, because our job as listing agents are to get as many people to see, feel, smell, taste a place. So why would you even try to like get something under agreement on a coming soon without the world being able to see it? It's a disservice to your client, and I get it. We want to move real estate, but we want to get as many people to see and feel it.
No, I understand. And it's more about whether or not you can, not whether or not you actually would.
I'm wondering about day count for these. For the coming soon or deferral of showings, does the clock start for your days on market or whatever? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. So your days on market, again, I will clarify this with MLS, but I believe your days on market do not start until you actually go live. So it will be listed as coming soon. And then, you know, so, and you have to go live within 21 calendar days of the coming soon, but your days on market that shows, so when it does go live, it would show up as 0 and new.
It automatically goes live after the 21 days.
Correct. It does automatically go live after the 21 days, but you do have the option of going live manually prior to that. It's kind of like the contingent under agreement status in MLS. You can mark your property contingent pending, you know, purchase, sale, or inspection or whatever. It will automatically switch to under agreement after 14 days, but you can change it to under agreement anytime prior to that if you'd like.
Okay, is there any other questions? That is, yeah, it's weird hearing myself twice. So I'm gonna take over the screen share. So that, just because I know we're gonna be talking about posting coming soons, and I know I didn't fully understand all the contracts, so I thought it was great to just go over that real quick. So, I know, I changed that picture. It's in there. I don't even notice it. So the first thing, so I think we're gonna really dive into Canva a lot today, but before we did, I just wanted to make a point that was brought to my attention over the week that I thought was important for all of us is on, you know, supposedly Facebook is searched like pretty high, even more so than Google. It might be Amazon, then Facebook, then Google is searched. So if someone's looking for a real estate agent, or if they know you're an agent, they're going to go to your Facebook page. So it's super important that, in my opinion, that right here under your intro, that you have your, you know, your agent page, and then you can have all your other socials right here, LinkedIn, Instagram. So you really just want to go, I think it's just under the about section, or edit details. And you can add workplaces in the past, where you went to high school, college, what cities you currently live in. I have limited information more, but just specifically real estate, and then my socials there. I went to somebody's page this week and they didn't have anything there. And I knew they were in real estate because that was where I was going to get their contact information. And I just was like, I should bring that up in the social class. I think that's, you know, a good idea for all of us to, just going to turn my volume up in case anybody talks. So I think it's under about, edit profile, you know, so if you guys have time, definitely take some time and fill that out if you don't have anything there already. So really, I want to jump right over to Canva. Let me actually open a new tab. We tend to do Canva last, and then we breeze really fast through it. So this is one of the big places that we go as a company, and I personally, and it's a minimal cost. I don't know if it's, I think it is technically free to have a basic account. I don't know if anybody has a basic account that can confirm that. We pay for the upgraded account here is what we're all looking at right now, but
Yes, the basic is free, Kathy.
the basic is free. Yep. So today I just wanted to go over a few, so the things that I have written down here is I wanted to just go over a few different effects that Canva offers, as well as anyone that wants to make themselves transparent. So I'm not, so I share this with multiple people, so I'm not sure on all of this that's in here, but so like you can take yourself, like this photo here, this is not mine, so I'll grab a new one, and you can put yourself over a photo. I know some people, you've probably seen that on Facebook. I just wanted to at least teach everybody how we can do that. And then just some of the different effects. So I don't know if anybody saw, I'll see if I can find it. It's probably down a little lower. I made a post, or like, here's a good example. So one of the features that Canva does that's really neat is it has these effects. So when you, you know, you can make a picture like this, and then you can make the picture move. If anyone follows Insider on the Move, they do this a lot to their Alkalade posts. They'll make it just move just a little bit. So it's technically a short video when you actually download it, but it's just kind of neat to see. So you can actually take any post. So that's a post that we had made. I think that was like, thank you to our clients post. I think we used a different layout than that one, but you can do it to any of your posts. So for instance, I'll just open this one just for, click animate. And then it just appears It's just a little bit of movement. So if that appeals to you, if you've ever seen that online, that's how it's made. This is drift, tumble, baseline. So, you know, and then you would just go to download, which is the arrow down. Let me just get this out of the way. The download button, and you would just download it. And it's an MP4 video. And then you would just upload that into your Facebook or wherever you're posting it. We never got to that in the last class. And then also let's,
Can you just show how you did that? Like,
Yep. So so we've already created the design. So this design, I think I used it for a little bit. And I don't know if I like it or not, but, and then you click animate, and then it gives you all the animate. Just to add to that, actually, see, my computer turned on. It's like I upgraded to the Sur, and it just, so all my designs. So just because this one's already made, it will be a time saver if I show it to you guys this way. You can actually make us like I think this is a good example. Here it is. This was what we had posted to the main page, not this exact one. It looks like it's a little off, but this is where I made, like it's a video on Facebook. So let me just go over to Facebook, the company page, and it's at the very top. So this was created in Canva. We all have the ability. Canva has music, and this was the Rise option, the animate Rise. I made each slide because this was all, let me just turn the volume. This was all information from Real Trends 500. I just wanted to make it a little bit more attractive than what they sent it over in like a flyer version. And I made it into a slideshow for us to use. And I branded it with our 6 locations. We have you covered 360, or we have the North Shore covered. This was made in Canva. So you could do this for a listing. I just put, you do to each, and then you animate, you pick how you want it to rise or however you want it to go up. And then when you go to mute audio right here, does everyone, I don't know if you can see my cursor. This is where I pick the music.
So
Yep. I'm going to answer the questions in 1 second. Mitch, if you can talk through the Zoom, because people just hear us, my side of it. So yeah, definitely. And then I'm just going to head over to the Zoom to see what the questions are. Will you read it out loud? Because I'm not wearing my glasses.
So Sean's asking, do you get these features for free with an account?
Oh, good question. Is Zosha still on this? She might know the answer to that. Did she have to log off?
I'm still
She
here.
might have logged off.
Zosh, do you know the answer to that?
I don't, I can log into like my personal account because that's a free account, and I'll see if I'm allowed to animate stuff, I guess.
That'd be awesome. I've only used this account, so I don't know. I don't know the difference. I don't know the answer to that.
And then Lizette asked, do we have a shareable Canva file for logos and marketing materials?
Yes and no. So I have a couple Canva that I can share right now, actually. It's just the ones that I had gotten through Etsy. I'll share the Etsy link in the comments right now. And then anything that you see here, well, obviously not the birthday stuff, but like I made these myself. So I can share this with everybody. So if not that anybody, if you even like this, I'll probably just share this anyway. So when you're in Canva and you go to share and then edit, use as template, copy link. So I can then share this in the chat bar. So you might have to help me, Carolyn. Oh, here it is, chat. This is for stories. So if you don't use stories, and this link isn't going to help you as much, but that link that I just put in the chat bar, so that this, and it's going to show you, it's going to show a couple of my properties at the top, unfortunately, just because that's the way I shared it. And then everything's editable. You'll have that, and no one else can see your edits. That's then just in your Canva, and everything you do to it isn't like shared between people. That's just yours now to keep and to fiddle with and to change and edit. So when you're in these and I click delete, it just goes back. It's a photo holder. And then when you're in your uploads or your photos, you can just drag over the new photo, double click, move it over, things like that. Like this, you can double click, drag out if you want to zoom in on the kitchen. It's very user-friendly. So let me just, what I wanted to do, and I'm sorry I didn't have the links in advance, was just go into my Etsy account and just share with you guys. Oh, I have that one right here, actually. I'm going to share with you the links that I had already been using. And I have gone over them so much that whatever I have now is different than from what I originally had received. So this is a great template to use. I'm just going to click use template, and then you're going to see it just like this. And then a lot of these you can delete. So if you're not going to use a client review page that looks something like this, you can just click the trash button, because I think this is 70 something pages of or 74 templates right here to use. And it's just kind of inspiration for what you want to post. If you even like this, you can change the color. If you guys don't like the colors, I thought the color is pretty close to the Remax colors, but you can just click on the color and then click on the button, and you can add the Remax colors. Zosha, is there a way that we can share the brand colors with everybody so that they have the brand colors in their Canva? That's a good question.
We can't share it with them in through Canva, but what I can do, and I'm looking it up right now, I'm going to send you a PDF page that is just the color page from the brand manual. You can pull the full brand manual from Remax Marketing in remax.net, but I saved just that one page because it's useful. So let me send.
No, that's awesome, because those colors right there are super helpful when I'm making stuff. So, for example, as I scroll down here, you throw a picture in the back. I'll just throw the same picture.
I believe adding brand colors, though, is a paid account feature.
Paid account feature, okay.
But you can still it's just that having them available to you conveniently is a paid account feature, but you can add them individually, whenever you use them. So I'm going to send the colors PDF. And when you're in this PDF, if you see where it says web, if you copy and paste that code into the color chooser, it will pull up exactly that color. And that way you don't have to eyeball it. Or if you're using it in Keynote or any of the Mac programs, you can use the eyedropper over that PDF and pick up that color.
Are you guys picking up our TV noise? Okay, because we have Zosha talking. It's a little delayed. I didn't know how bad that was for everybody. So we'll get into the colors more. Zosha will get over what we can for the colors. I think that's. Were you gonna say something, Caroline?
We had, well, first Erin commented that she can animate with a free account, but half the animation are pro. Basic ones are free.
Okay, great.
And then up above, Pam had asked about how much time you allocate a week for this.
Ooh, so I'm funny because I just do it when I'm in the mood for it, which is a lot. I wake up in the morning and I usually my morning, so this is probably not the correct answer, but I'm just going to answer it the way that comes to mind, is that I have like a routine. So I wake up, I get my daughter up, give her breakfast, and then I sit at my computer and quickly check my emails. And then I go to Facebook and Instagram. So I pretty much look at what's scheduled for the day and what's going on so I can wrap my brain around what I want to do. I bring her to school and I come back. I'm the freshest in the morning, and I usually do social in the morning, and I do it probably a little bit every day, and a little bit most nights. So maybe a half an hour in the morning, half an hour to an hour at night. But remember, I'm also managing the company page as well, and the everybody's birthday posts and everybody's I'm hovering over a lot of stuff. So I don't think the amount of time I spend, everyone needs to spend, but maybe a half an hour a day is reasonable for just my team stuff. And at that, maybe a little less some days if I'm not making something. I love to fiddle with movie, so like social, like the making pictures and the making the video stuff. So I'll make sure somebody's not texting me from this. I don't know if you want to check that because I can't read that. So I don't know if that's the right answer or not, but if that's for me or not. So I was just looking at this picture here. So this is in what I just put in the sidebar, the bottom link. You can make it a little translucent. So the box that appears for everybody is solid. You can't see through it, but I want everyone to see the house underneath, but to still have the color. Because if you can't really read the words there, can you? but you have the color box behind it, so you can kind of make it just enough dark that you can see the writing, and there it is. So this is already made for you. All you got to do is pop the photo over, change this writing to, you know, sold, or if you want to be simple, or if, you know, the address. So I'm more of a fan of simple, because you know, I'm building a lot, so drag it up, make it big. You can change the font up here to something that's not very attractive, is it? Maybe that one, and then you can, I like to do everyone knows the URLs, but you can just do the address. Mute. We're waiting for Mitch. Mitch is gonna say something. So downloads right here, it's page 8. So I would download all pages. You don't want to download all the pages, so just page 8. And then I would download it, and then I can post that. I like to do Remax 360 somewhere on all of mine, so it's missing that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the original post, just for comparison, how plain those are. I've really taken them and I've gone over and over them. If anybody wants my new link, it's going to be completely different. I think this is the link I just opened. Let's just see if I can find it. Sorry, go with all the junk that I have in here. Yeah, I made this one off of one of those pages actually for the team. That's kind of neat. It should be popping up soon. No, sorry about that. So let me just go. So that's the new one. Maybe this is it. I should really delete the front page. Yeah, so I've gone over so many of the photos and deleted so many. I really just have at the top the ones that I use now. I might use that someday, so I always leave it. I've put a box over this one. I've changed them so much with just the boxes I've added and taken away. All I got to do is click open this, and I have like 10 options that I'm constantly using the same ones, just different all the time. So if you do use Canva and you make it yourself, or take what I've just sent and just make it your own, spend a little bit of time on it, and then you literally will only have to spend 5 to 10 minutes of social media like a week. Because if you have one listing a week or whenever, for each listing, I make a new to market, sometimes an under agreement, and a sold. So a Facebook post and a stories for each. So, and you can only do so many stories for a sold. So it's usually one story I make for the sold. And that only takes, once you have the Canva file set up, you just got to go in and make it once. The trick is when you're doing the story, you got to download it and then text it to yourself, because stories are from your phone for the most part. Yeah, go ahead, Carolyn.
Erin has a question to ask on sharing. Go ahead.
Hi, I didn't know if I missed it before. So I'm in my free Canva account. So say for instance, I wanted you to share something that you made with me. Does that just send me an email, or does that actually does that send me the document in Canva, or how does it share?
When I share the sorry, I'm hearing myself in 3 different places. So are you talking about when I share that link with you?
Well, so if the share button that's next to the download button, that one, the one up that's next to download, what is that? What is that sharing? Is that sharing documents? Like, say I like something that you did, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that too. Are you like, how does it share it? Does it share? Do you link to?
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you meant. So what happens when I click this? So let's just say I'm going to share this one with everybody out, and let me just share this with everybody just in case anyone wants to take a look at this. I click edit, use as template, because I don't want to share it for you to view it. And I don't want to share these for you to actually edit, and then it's changing what I already have is if I share this edit. So I want to share it for you to use as your own template. And then I copy the link, and then this is where I put it in the chat bar. So I'm just going to paste this into the chat bar. Yes. So if you see something that like, oh my gosh, I love that post you made, will you send me the Canva link for it? Then I'll just either send it to you in Facebook Messenger where you asked for it. I'll text it to you, or email it to you. Some people don't have their text set up on their laptop, so sometimes text is difficult for people to use it, but or I can just email it to anybody. So if you ever see pretty much anything that I create, unless it's a movie, for the most part, my movies are in other apps, but anything with a photo is in Canva. So if there's like a cool layout, then just ask for it. And this is how I would give it to you in a link like this. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, it does. So
Okay.
basically it would send me a template of what you're working on, and it would send it so I could download it to Canva. It wouldn't
Yep,
link
looks
to
like
my,
this.
okay, it wouldn't link to my Canva account. I would have to download it off of an email or message.
It
And-
doesn't auto go to you have to,
Okay,
sorry, that we have a lot of noise going. You have to put it in your Canva yourself. So you would just, when you click use template there, that would open up your Canva and put it in your Canva. But until you click that button, so you got to click on this link here. Oh, you don't see, actually, sorry. This is where I have my chat bar. You got to click on the thing in the chat bar, and then from there, it will bring you to this page that we all see.
okay, perfect.
Does anyone have a question related to that? 'Cause I think I breezed right over that thinking, because I understand it. So sometimes I don't take the time to dig a little deeper. No, it's good. Any other questions, Carolyn? Okay. So just to go back from there, just because we're still in Canva, I'm just going to quickly see if there's any other things just to share right now. Why not? Just to get for the people that are on here, obviously. So I shared the stories that I had made. This one's kind of neat. So this is editable. Just new to market, sold. If this is anybody's style, see, this might not be what somebody's style is. So so you can just edit it and change it around. So these are all of these are editable if you click on the link and decide to keep them. And it's called like the photo element, that's where you can drag the photos over. And then, I don't like that one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And what I just did there was Command C, Command V, copy, paste. And I can take the photos out or just drag a new photo right over it under contract. The idea of a lot of these is I use these as stories too, even though they're not the shape of a story. I'll pop it in. I use stories a lot. I don't know if anyone ever goes on my social. So again, just for anyone that doesn't know, stories are 24-hour posts that can be found at the top of your Facebook or your Instagram.
Katie,
Yep.
I'm saying Command V or B.
Command C if you have an Apple.
Yep,
Oh, it's Control C on a PC, I'm told.
I'm
And
on
then
Apple.
Control V. An Apple, Command C, copy, and then I click on what I'm copying, and then Command V, and it pastes it again.
So
So
it's a
like,
V,
that's just a little
like
shortcut
Victor.
because I, messed up what I was doing. Like, so I deleted that. So I just click there, Command C, Command V, there it is.
V as in Victor?
Yep.
That's what I want. Okay, thank you.
Yep. And when you see the photos, you can always, if you use the elements of photo, you can always delete. So it goes back to the plain element. I'd usually just leave it. You can write the address somewhere on those. There's no address, obviously, but this is going to your personal social. So you're going to write, I usually write the address going up the side here, trying to, for a little modern vibe. And these are just different, I don't know, just different things to post. I like this one. I've used this one a lot. Sold. So is there, I just made this one recently. That's a nice one right there. Did I share this yet? I'll just, if anyone even wants it, feel free. Is there a question, Carolyn?
So Sean's asking if the admins will be trained on Canva and have some sample ads to help us when they start getting busy in the spring market. I can tell you on our end, Sean, that's something we haven't discussed at all yet. If there is a big need for it and we have the resources, we could consider doing that. But as of right now, Katie's our power Canva user.
So,
and Zosha.
to make this simpler, if I could just make 1 or 2 templates that have like 5 or 6 like great layouts that everybody likes, is what it is I need to know what everybody's vibe is. Because I heard this on a podcast yesterday, but your vibe is your tribe. So everybody has a different vibe and everybody has a different tribe. So you might not be attracted to these posts, Or one might stand out and the rest you hate. So you got to make your own template of like 5 or 6 photos that goes with your vibe that would go, again, with your tribe. So if you can make yourself, and that would be a little time consuming. And if like, I'm happy to sit with anybody or work with someone on Zoom. I know Zosha's available and she's really good at this too. So just make a 30-minute appointment or however many minutes you think it will be with Zosha, or feel free to reach out to me and we can sit and make you your templates. Once your templates are made, it's super easy. Like this, I just changed the address. I popped the photos over here on the side, and then you're just popping over. It's so, and then boom, like click download, page 16 on this one. So like, you don't have to have 50 options if it's overwhelming for you. You just need a good little bit of something that fits with what you're trying to accomplish. The background color can be different, so it doesn't have to be white. You can have like a navy background. That looks terrible, but white looks good.
Most difficult thing is going to be setting up your templates after
The
that.
the most time consuming thing that was just said in the room is setting up the template. Once your template is set up, but you want it to really vibe with what you want. Like if you're in a start like the Marblehead market selling like higher end houses, you probably want something very simple. So maybe with like a little white trim. Whether you want your face on everything or not, that's up to you. And that's actually where we should probably go next. Are there any questions before I move on away from this?
So my question is, when I opened up the link you sent of all those templates, how do I tried to download and it said you had to pay to download it. I'm curious, how do you import that into my own free Canva?
You're supposed to import for free. And you have a free account. Why don't we take some time after this and we'll take a look at it. If anybody else has that problem, please reach out. Somebody, Paul in the room was able to do it and he has a free account. So we think that the questions.
User operator error.
Are there any, it's not, it's the user, not the. Are there any more questions?
User error.
Carol, before I-
Yeah, I'm in my own Canva right now.
I think that was it for current questions. One other thing is we're talking about Canva in general and social media. We will have a new round of interns coming in the fall. So that'll be another opportunity to have a social media specialist that can work on templates and things like that. But I think it's great for everybody to be learning.
Did I
and using
share
on
this
their own.
template here?
You can reshare it.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because I saw. Share. If there was a different template, just let me know if it was not this one that you're looking for. So I'm going to go to the main page. Oh, I hear myself echoing. I'm going to turn it down. Under templates here at the top. So depending on when you're looking to make, Canva already has a size for you. So if you're looking to make a new Facebook cover photo, or a Facebook post, an Instagram post, Instagram story or Facebook story of the same size. Here it is, right here, ready for you. So let's just say we're making a Facebook post. That's probably the most common size. And here we go. It already has pre-layouts here. So if any of these attract you, then great. I've spent a lot of time looking at all these. So I tend to start blank at this point, but that is an option. And then the recently used templates are here that you've used, or maybe things that you want to search. But for the sake of this, what I think I want to try to do is, I wish I had an example. Maybe I could find one on Facebook really quick. Oh, you know who does it? It's Ivy Medina. What does it say?
Is everybody muted in the room? Okay, we're all muted.
So Ivy does it on her post. Here it is. So do you see how she's on the photo, but it's not like her profile picture? Like she's on with a transparent background. I'd like to just show everybody how to do that right now, in case you have a photo of yourself and you want to put yourself. That's her. I don't even know what she's holding. It looks like a credit card. I think it's supposed to be keys. It never looked. It's so funny. She's a nice girl, Ivy. But I think that's Curtis's cousin. So let's just see, because I have so many pages open now. I already did that. Here we are, a blank page. So the first thing you want to do is find a photo of yourself that you want to have the transparent background. So I think I have a team photo here I could probably use. So I'm going to go to my uploads. Here, you know what? This is a great one. We'll use Angela, because that's like a kind of nice, it shows like her waist up, not just her headshot. So I'm going to make her large, and then I'm going to go to, I think it's effects. So I click on her. So you want to click on her so it's highlighted, so effects shows up, and then background remover. So there she is. So now she is, the background is now removed. Now, one step further, I want to download with a transparent background. Download. You can't see, but oh, there, you can see it's downloading. And now I'm going to take that and pop that back up into my download. So I just took it from the bottom of my bar and dragged it right back up to the top. So here she is. So I'm going to go to Elements. I'm going to stick a photo here. I'm a sucker for having the element photo in the back. Going to go to my uploads. Let's just say that this is her house that she's selling. Oh, it's a bummer that you don't get the pool the way that I did it, but this is just for example. And then here she is. Oops. I have to move her differently. Let me try that again. I think if I move her, it's going to do that again. Yeah, it did it again. There she is.
Katie, if you click on the house
Oh, I can't
photo
hear.
and
Hold
then
on one
lock
second.
it,
Go ahead.
it won't do that.
Say that again.
If you click on the house photo and lock it, it won't try to
Oh,
replace it.
so lock it, click on the house photo. that
Yes,
she's
in the
saying,
up-
and this button right here is the lock button. Good call, so sorry. See, this is why I love that you're on this. And then you can move her, and that doesn't happen anymore. So I've locked the photo in place because I don't want it to move. And I'm gonna pop her right there. And now, like, so you see that people do this all the time with their photos. So right now you can do it as well. So there, she's in the front of it. I love that photo of her over this photo. I don't. Yeah, right. Like, so I, like a lot of us have just the headshot, like and these have white backgrounds, but you could make the white background transparent and put yourself on. I don't really think I have, you guys would be great. You could do a let's, just for the sake of doing it.
Just put everyone in there.
Let's, we're going to make Paul and Gary have a transparent. So click on them, effects, background remover. Just takes a second. And there they are. So download, I just want to download page 2. Yep. And then I also want it to be transparent background. I got to give it a second till the download button appears again.
Katie, you can put
Download.
them at the front stairs if you zoomed
I
in.
know.
Yeah.
They can be waving out the window. And there they are. And there they are. How neat is that? That looks great. You guys should do it that way. It looks really good. The long version of it, right? That looks great. I love it. It's like they're there. You can put them in the living room. You can put them in the bedroom. So, and then just because I'm here and some people are new to Canva, here's text. And then let's just say I want it to be bold and the address is August. But it does, all right, it doesn't really stand out. So I'm going to go back over to elements. The shapes, I usually do the square. And then you can resize it. This is when you can do the transparent because you still like to see the photo behind it. Now, obviously that doesn't look great. So we want to maybe put it in the center or maybe put it in the bottom. Just depends on, again, what your vibe is, what you like to see. I want Angela to be in the front, so I'm going to position her forward. Now she's in front of what oh, you guys are behind it. I'm going to position you forward. So you're now in front. Actually, I have to do it again because there's writing as well, forward. So you covered the letter. So do you see what I just did? You can just, once you get, so it's really just learning the Canva. And once you know how to use it, it's very fast. It's just learning how to use it. So I think that looks great. Obviously that's not the best design element, but just for the fact of knowing how to use it. So you can do different things like, let's just say like, this probably will not be attractive, but let's just say oh, you know what? Like, we need to show off the pool. So this is just for the sake of. And there's the pool. So they have other elements here with the photo. You click see all, and then like it's surrounded by white. So, and the white can be, you can change that color. So for instance, there's like a trim around it, like this one. So, all right, I don't really like the blue, or maybe I'll do navy, or you can do gray, white. That will give it a little bit of depth around it, not just the pool around it. So now I'm gonna go back to the pool. And it has like a little bit of circle around it to define it. Ooh. And then you can animate it. Not that we want to animate this, but drift it over. So the ones that aren't on without the crowns are the ones that are free. So this one's free. This one's free. That's kind of neat. Like the rise, like that looks especially like if it was just Angela or just one person on the right side, because the people I think that Gary shows up a little too late. Or it's funny because there's so much going on in the photo. I'm just more showing you what the capabilities are. Not that this is actually attractive, but I'm just showing you just how to use it. Because like once you know how to use it, it's the possibilities really are endless. It's just for me, it's hard not to get carried away, and I go a little too far, and then I turn cheesy. Like I like the simple. But sometimes I like playing with it so much that I end up being a little funny. It ends up turning a little funny if you follow what I'm saying.
Katie?
Yep.
Can you use Canva? Like, let's say you wanted to send that out in an email, like to a group email, and not just as a PDF, but when they open it up to see that. Can you do that in Canva?
Zosha, do you know the answer to that? I think you can. You can just drag it over, but Zosha she's also working right now, so she might be. Let's see, really, I could probably find out real quick. So
I've kind of been following along with you on another computer, and I made like a happy hour invitation, and now I want to send it out, and I couldn't see how.
I'm downloading this right now, and it's the movable one, and I'm just going to quickly pop it into my email and see what happens. Compose. Whoops, I have too many open now. Here it is. No, that's the copy. Here it is. I gotta stay on this. If you're not on the page, it doesn't download as fast. So I just went back to the page. It takes a little longer for the moving pictures to download, as you can see. If this was a whole like slideshow, like what I showed earlier, it takes even longer. All right, it's just about to download. Oh, I used that quote once because I read it right there. The Steve Jobs quote. That's funny.
Save design.
So now I'm going back to Gmail. Oh no, I thought that it would save right here if I dragged it over. I thought it was it's just going to the bottom.
Yeah, as like a PDF.
Yeah,
right?
it's in as a PDF, which isn't exactly the same as being embedded in the email. So
Right.
it might have to be something like if you subscribe to MailChimp. I don't know what the cost of, do they have free MailChimps? They do have free MailChimp accounts. See, now you're getting to a whole nother thing. It just depends on how much you're like, 'cause me, I would get into like 100 things. And I love all this stuff, but some people just want simple and they don't want to have to be members to all these different things. But if it's something you were interested in doing, I think you could pop that into MailChimp and then you send your email that way.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, it's a slow answer. When Zosha comes back, we can confirm with her as well. So, yeah, any other questions from here?
Erin just asked, where did you edit your photo?
Where did I get my photo?
Where did she edit your photo?
Sorry,
again?
I missed the one part. So your profile, so your picture that you're taking the background off of, where do you need to have the picture to edit that? Like, does it
The
need-
photo in the background?
No. Like the people photos.
Okay, where, did you see how we made it or no?
I saw how you made it. So
Yep.
I uploaded my photo, so it's under uploads, but then do I need to move it somewhere to edit it
So
or?
first you click on the back photo and lock it.
Okay.
So click on this and then there's a lock button. I have my
Yep.
tab bar's in the way.
Yeah, I
And
did
then
that.
from there, just click on your photo and then appears right in the middle. You can drag it over.
Oh, no. I meant like how do I need to bring it somewhere to edit it? Or is it, what do I click on? To
Oh,
edit?
yeah, so you did. You missed the part of making it transparent. So we're going to do Gary and Paul again.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
So,
Okay.
oh, you know what? Let's do me. Look at this. I have a picture of me right here.
I think the question was, you just started with a new, like, how did you get to this? You started with a new block.
I just started with a new block.
That's all.
So I just added a block below, which you can then delete. Does that make sense?
Oh, I see. So you need to have your photo on its own block and then you can edit the background out.
Yeah, because then when
Okay,
you,
I wasn't sure if it
yeah,
was
because when you're on your own block, you got to go to effects, remove the
Oh,
background.
okay.
Then you got to go to downloads and make the background transparent. Because you know, once you remove the background and make it white, you then have to make the background transparent. So it's just what the object is in the front. Do you follow what I'm saying? So just to do it again, I drag the photo over. Then I click on the photo so the word effects comes up and then background remover. And now it's removing the background. And then from here, oh, it takes a second. I wish it would go faster for me. I'm impatient. So there I am. And then download. Wow, that's weird. Look at my hair. 2, just page 2 because you don't want to do both. And I want to do, oh, this is an MP4 right now. Sorry.
Okay, so
I
bummer.
got to turn off the animate to none.
You can't do it with the free account.
Yeah. it doesn't look like
You can't make this with a free account.
You cannot remove your background with a free account.
So when you're on here again, let's just say, and you click on the photo and go to effects, it doesn't say background remover.
It does say background remover, but then as soon as I click on that, it says, try Canva Pro for free.
Oh, that's a bummer. So how much do we, and I know Zosha was tied up a second ago, do we know what Canva Pro costs? It might be worth it for it to, if you're going to use it. If not, in the only thing you want is one version of this one photo with the background remover, send it to me or Zosha. Just send it to us and we'll make the background, we can email it over to you. And then you can have, because it's not like you're going to be removing the background off of every listing. You're just going to need your photo. So if you don't buy the Pro, if you just need one thing removed,
$10 a month or $120 a year.
$10 a month or $120 a year is the cost for Canva Pro.
Yeah, I can
If you're
skip.
using it all the time, it's worth
off.
it. If you're not using it that much, it's not worth the $10 a month. So it's just depends on.
I think that's a special because
So
Christine said
funny.
it's 13 a month, so I think you say it.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's-
Oh, it was 13 a month. Okay. I'm like, that's the same price.
I'm just reading what's on the website here. I didn't make the price.
Right, yeah.
So Erin, if you're not going to upgrade, just send over any photos you want the background removed. Oh my gosh, I think that Helen Jody's photo would look awesome because they could put themselves right here. So anyway, it depends on if you even like this as an option. You might not want yourself like that on a photo, or you might like it. So it's definitely
I
something I
mean,
want to start doing.
$13, most people have to hire someone to do this stuff for them. So I think $13 a month is like a bargain compared
Right.
to hiring someone to make your ads because you
It's
can't.
all your limitations too, because some people just don't want to spend any time on this. It just doesn't interest them at all. Where like you're really good at this stuff, Erin. Like I know what you make is going to look great. So Canva, anything else on Canva we want to go over? Okay, so there's a group on Facebook called Canva for Real Estate Agents. If you are going to use Canva, it's a great page for real estate agents.
Claire asked a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Claire had a question. How do you add the Remax 360 logo? So maybe
Oh,
back to that
great.
picture.
So we can forward you, so we have transparent versions of the logo in our Google Drive if you have access to the Google Drive. Otherwise, I do have it, so these aren't I do have them here. So you would just upload it into your uploads like anything else. I know I have one. Oh, this looks like this is Jingle Lerman Group. That's their logo. It's transparent. But let me see if I can find
I have a silly
The
question.
stickers here are all transparent backgrounds. We have all the sticker, you can upload all the Remax stickers. Sorry, I have to get through to find the logo. Here it is. Well, here's my Diva Julia Holmes version. And then obviously on Remax marketing.com or remax.net, you can also find, I have it here in black. I know I have a regular logo too. We just have so much stuff in here. Here's one. And again, if you can't really see it very well, you could always go to Elements, you know, place a block, change the color, change the transparency. I personally like the white. I'm getting away from the red and the blue, and then position to the front. So I like the blue and the white straight ones, maybe even black. I'm getting away from the red and the blue. It's very busy to me with the on the photos, but it just depends on your personal preference. Yes, Mitch?
So I have a silly question. When I just go to like my free Canva, right? And I'm opened up and I'm at home. Do I click social media to start doing my stuff? It just says like recommended social media events, marketing documents. Like literally when you open up Canva and you hit home, right?
You would create a design.
Okay, so start by creating a design. Don't go down to this. Like,
Right. Don't worry about what's below.
okay, cool.
Just start by
Create a
creating a
design.
design, or you'll eventually have templates you can use.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I end up going to all your designs because I have so many designs I work off of. But when you're in it for the first time, or you can go to templates and then pick what size you're going to be building.
And then Pam was asking, when I upload, sometimes the logo gets huge. Why can't I reduce it?
If you lock the photo in the back, and you're putting it over a photo, that's the easiest thing to do. So for instance, this photo's locked. If it's not locked, I just unlocked it. Now I gotta find a logo again, I'm sorry. It sometimes just gets really big. Oh, I totally blew that. And I drag it over. When you drag it over, it tends to be like, there it is, right? If you just click on it, it isn't as big, but then you go to move it and you're like, oh, it's so annoying. So then you just click on the photo and lock it. Then you can drag it over and it doesn't do that anymore. I honestly just learned that right now because Zosha told me to lock the photo. So I'm learning.
You sound like an expert though.
Like I'm just telling you what I know, and sometimes I don't do things the best way, but you know, I'll tell everyone how I do it. It might not be. Again, and then I want to unlock it because I want to add a photo. That photo is a little blurry, but there, that's good. And now I'll lock it. So I just went over to Facebook a second ago. This is a great, if you are going to use Canva, this is agents from, I think, across the country. It's like 20,000 plus agents that use Canva, and they share their templates. So you can, if you're just looking at a post, they'll say, hey, check out what I made. And then someone will say, oh my gosh, I love it. Can I have it? And then they'll share the link, and it's open for everyone to use. Let's see if I can find one here. So this woman's like, which one do you guys like best? She's making different logos on Canva. But this is all Canva using people. I don't see anything crazy here. I don't see any links or anything, but I check this out every now and then just to see if anyone's done anything. I actually took a photo someone used once on here and made it into my own. So if you are using Canva, that's a great group. What else do I got? Facebook background remover coming soon. Yeah, that's it for Canva. So it's 11. I was fiddling last night. So if anyone follows the Remax Creative Group. So Remax, they changed the name. Remax Creative, share, inspire, collaborate. This is, and you can see a lot of us are members of it. People share their ideas here. So I was on Facebook last night and I saw that they were doing a live something or other on here. And I'll just see if I can find it. It's clearly down further than I expected. So the girls were on here just sharing some stuff, and well, regardless, I'm going to switch over to my phone.
Katie,
ahead,
can you share the link in the chat for that Facebook Canva group?
Yep. Well, first, here's the one that we're on. And then, oops. Yeah. And then here's the Canva group. So I'm gonna share my screen on my cell phone. Did you? No, because I think you would have turned the meeting off if you left. No, I see you. You're still here. Wi-Fi, I'm on airport. Control, sorry, I have to figure out how to screen share again. Screen mirroring. We're in the rear conference room. No, we're in the training room. Okay, so can everybody see my phone? Can you hear me? I don't know where my voice is coming from now. So
I don't see your phone on Zoom.
on Zoom, it's not, I see it here, but it's not on your Zoom. Is it on your Zoom? No?
You have to go to Zoom and then share your,
I might have to be plugged in with a cord.
you have to share, you have to go from Zoom and then share your phone from Zoom versus.
Share my phone from, let me see.
Did you have to go from Zoom and find your phone versus putting your phone up there?
Let me see. I want to try to Carol, are you still on Zoom?
Still trying to get the, yes, I'm trying to get the right link, everyone.
That's not correct. So what do you see on the screen? Do you see my desktop? Okay.
You did it, I remember you did it once before.
Stop sharing. Sorry, guys, I'm not. Here's my iPhone.
You say share now, you share.
It's really just
I
double
think I
checking
can
you're
share it
muted.
this way.
People are saying they're hearing feedback, but they shouldn't. Everyone's muted. It looks like everyone's muted.
It's probably because mine and yours.
I'm muted with the volume off.
Zoom MacBook Pro. I think this is going to work. So does this, everyone can see my
Yes.
phone now? Okay, sorry about that. It's just, I'm a quick learner. It just takes me time though. So it's called InShot. INSHOT. Now, don't feel like you have to go download it now if you want to just at least check out. It's an app. I don't know if this one was owned by Instagram or not. But these girls, and I can find the link. I'll forward it to everybody. They talked about 3 apps that they called free, but I found out that they weren't free. I don't know what they were talking about. They're like $13 a year or $12 a year. But I'm in a free week trial right now. So right now it's free for me. I can decide not to use it within the week. And there was one called Reels, which I think that's the Instagram owned one. I played with it for 5 seconds and I was like, I don't like it. And I took it off my phone and I stopped the week trial, but I might go back later. And there was another one, but I was so obsessed with the InShot that, so I made this, I posted it to my stories, I think. Oh, and Instagram. So I made it right in this app and it took me literally like 3 minutes, not even. So it has little actions that you see in the bottom. And I click on that little box and it can make it swipe or spin or twirl or dissolve or zoom in, zoom out into the next photo. I was able to, the presented by in the corner. So without spending too much time on this, because I don't know how interested anybody is. So for the people that are interested,
Really intuitive.
basically new. I want to go to my photos because I don't have any videos of this house. And I just want maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, do I have a zoom? Oh, and then like 6 for the back. Check button in the corner, bottom corner. They all just got put in. I made that video with 4-second videos each, but because they're each 5 seconds long, so I'm not going to shrink them a second because that's too time consuming. But basically, I could just, here it is already made, like without music. It's 5-second long. I'm a big believer that you lose people's attention so quick, they might not even get to the second photo. So I do like to make them a little closer together, but for the sake of saving time here. So that little button right there on the bottom, you click on that and it brings you to like this. It zooms into the house. I like that. So I'm like, oh, cool. I could use this one, which would zoom out, but that doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna zoom right into the house. Or if I click on like this one, it gives you an example of what it does. If you like something more funky. So like, it just like, and that kind of gives a little fancy bubbles. I just like was obsessed and I was like, oh, awesome. I already knew what I liked as soon as I saw it. And then go to the beginning, click music, click tracks. It's nothing, it's no modern day like music you'd recognize. And then I hate to say it, but I'm like, oh, that guy's funky. So I clicked on that guy. And then I'm like, because I'm always looking for like Lynn-centric stuff, so, like personally. And then I don't think you can hear it. Oh yeah, that one has music. So I'm just gonna, that was the one I picked. Like, cause it was like, this is how fast I made it. I was like, oh, cool, this is cool. I'm gonna like,
And what was the button under the picture you clicked to get the effect on?
so then I click use and then there it is. So the music's longer than the video. So I click on the music and I can just click split. That was right above it. That's now not bold anymore. And then I click on the right side music and click delete. And then it ends right when the rest of it ends. The last thing was this, without really getting into it, because I know not everyone, this is for everybody. Like, all right, well, this is my exit part of the video. So I'm going to add like text. So I want to check out of that. Click the last photo. Maybe make it a little longer. It's too long. Text. And I can write something. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Maybe the font. I want to change the font. This can make it do different things. Make it shake, home, home, home. Make it go slower. Makes it breathe. And then the keyboard button. Oops. Edit the keyboard button for some reason. I can't see underneath it. There it is. Oh, it's the color button. Changes the surround of the home. And if you want colors, you know, something more simple. I like this one with a thing around it. Or nothing. You just want writing. So and then you can pick the colors, obviously. It's just how much time you want to spend on this. In like what you want to look at. It's all about the time you spend on this is what it looks like. You know, you don't even have to have the video say anything. You could just have it and then play. So 5-second photos, I like it to be more like 4 or 3.5 because it takes so long. And I didn't do transitions. I didn't transition it from photo to photo, but you can transition it how you want. So you can be as busy and funky as you want it to be, or if maybe it's too cartoony for you to make it transition every photo or, so anyway, I thought this was a great little app for anyone that wants to play around with it. I think it said that it was just, I'll go just take a look. Subscriptions. Both my phones I have on an iPad. I have so many devices. Reels, it says it expires because I already turned it off. As I said, I was like, forget this one. I don't want to play with it. But InShot, so renews. Oh, it doesn't say the price. Maybe it was. Okay, here it is. $3.99 a month or $14.99 a year. It's a pretty good price for something that's like making you a movie. Now, granted, now you're stuck using your phone or your iPad. You can't use it on a desktop. But yeah, so I think that this is a great, I think I'm going to keep this and use it because I think it's a great option. And also, what else did I make in here that might be cool to take a look at? Let's just take a look really quick. InShot photos. I made this photo. I thought like, that's kind of a neat, like it makes different, like, so I went to Canvas. No, that was just, so that's the saved photo. So when you're making it, it gives you different layout options. Discard. Those are my photos, but I made that photo in discard, sorry. Photo, and I want to click one.
Was it a collage?
Yeah, I meant to click like 3 or 5 photos there, but I forget how to do it. So there's 3 photos there. Crop, text, rotate. That's not it. I'm in the wrong place. Anyway, oh, collage, you're right. There it is. Gallery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then layout, and it picks the different layouts. And then you can like, oh, I want a border that's thicker, or skin that no border. Layout, and then maybe you want your logo on the bottom. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. See what I mean? So, and then, you know, you can then take this and put it in Canva and put your logo over it. Just depends on where you're comfortable and what you like to use. Another thing that we said we were going to go over, since we still have time, was an Instagram. I'm just going to move over to, I hate when people post their food.
Especially eating.
It's like, oh, that's my girlfriend's daughter was at the Super Bowl. So I want to go to profile. So these circles right here. So that's like shortcuts to your stories. And I think it looks so good. I can go over to, you can look at Instagram on your desktop. You just can't really, you can't post anything from your desktop. But you can like things and follow things. And I can go over the desktop next, but for the sake of being able to post as well. These circles here. So I think I updated them as well on the 360 page. So yeah, so basically this is just Remax Love, and then it goes through just different Remax things that or Office Fun. This is listings. This is just an old post because I don't think there are any listings. Oh, there was one listing. Trying to take away anything that was North Shore, so there's not much there. And then this is just old blog stuff, just to have some content there. Doesn't bring you anywhere. It's just for things for people to look at. So we can make a new circle here. So basically, just to make it easier, I'm going to go to just click new, and then you can add your stories from here. So these are different stories that I've posted to my team page. I must have posted Vivian by accident. Vivian's there. And I can click a couple posts that are relevant to each other, click next. And then I want to obviously have a photo. For me, I made all my photos look the same. So I'd want to not, but I'll just leave that for now, just to, in there, I've added that there. It's called highlights. I can change the name of it. So these circles for now, as you make them, will just be of whichever cover photo you choose. But if you want, you can make like this, all blue background. I made them in Canva. And what I did, just to move over real quick, let's see. I hope I'm not confusing anybody too much right now. Go over to Canva. Things gotta get out of my way. My recent designs. And basically all I did was actually Facebook post. I made the background color blue. I went to elements, and then I said, oh, I like award, because I wanted to highlight my awards for one of them. And then, so that's good. Well, this is a pro, so I want it to be white. Obviously it came over black, so then I just find the white. And then I just downloaded this photo, and then I saved it to my cell phone. And then when it asked me what I wanted the cover photo to be, I selected this photo. So each of these photos that I made, 5 or 4 of them, I made with a symbol the similar size, not too big, because you got to kind of zoom in on it when you're playing with the circles on Instagram. But they are relevant to, just to go back to my, hopefully I know how to screen share, general, no. I'm going to take over with my phone again if I can figure it out. Stop share, screen share, phone. I'm just logging back in with my phone. Can you see my phone now? Instagram. Oh, sorry, I keep on going to the wrong one. Key for Julio Holmes. I'm gonna click on highlights. Edit highlight. I didn't download that photo, but this is where I would then select to download more photos, and I could edit the main cover of it.
One thing that I want to mention, Katie, since you were on the template page and you picked
Yep.
Facebook, can you talk briefly about making sure you have the right size for Facebook or Instagram?
On Canva?
Yes.
Yes. Let me stop sharing. So back to Canva. So I think everyone can see my screen again. So basically we're all at the home page when we're on our Canva. So Facebook and Instagram. So I'm just going to go to Instagram. I don't know which one. This is my personal Instagram. So Instagram posts are square. They're just that's what they are. You can post a picture like this one is not technically a square, but it shows in your profile as a square. So it cuts it down. So for instance, a good example is the Remax 360 birthday posts, that some of them were posted as Facebook posts before they got fixed to the correct size. For instance, Ola's picture here, this is a Facebook size photo that was then posted to Instagram, so it's cut off a little bit. This is how it's supposed to look on Instagram. So when you're in the feed, everything just looks like the hustle's cut off because this is a Facebook size photo. So as we're going, we're getting better. Like this is an Instagram size post. If I posted to Facebook, it just wouldn't look good sitting there in the feed. It looks fine in the feed. I mean, it's when it's on the profile, when you go to the page's profile, see the chances cut off a little bit. You know, these aren't a big deal. We're not going to take them down. We're leaving them as they are. Still looks okay, but knowing they're supposed to look like that, this looks better, right? So Instagram, when you're going back to Canva, the size might even say it here, but Instagram post. So this is an Instagram size post. I don't know if it says it anymore. You can probably Google what the size is. When I'm in a jam, when I'm like, oh, you know, I really need a cover photo. But sometimes when you're under cover photo in Canva, for instance, let me go back to templates, cover photo, it's super long. It's just loading. Oh, this doesn't look so bad. This is the size of the cover photo I prefer if it comes up that way. Yeah, so sometimes they come out longer because they are longer than that sometimes. And this is the size I prefer. What I was gonna say, and it might come up another time, I'll still say it anyway, is sometimes I'll measure it, Command-Shift-4 on an Apple, and I'll, you know, this is a big size photo. I don't like to measure anything too small for quality. I'll go to the corner and I'll be like, all right, 950 to 350. So I just kind of did you see that? Do you see the numbers, the little teeny numbers next to the bottom right? You can kind of measure, you know, it might not be perfect, but it's going to look okay. So like, that's how sometimes when I'm in a jam and I just don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to measure it. And that's my little shortcut that I personally do. I don't know. It's probably not the right thing to do, but I'm just telling you guys what I do. So then this is the Facebook size cover photo. So anything you put here would be the size of a cover photo on Facebook. We do have some cover photos in Google Drive, in the shared drive. I'm just going to go over the shared drive. Remax 360. Yep, so this is everything in the shared drive here. So marketing photos, and then logos, social share, and then a lot of the, here's Facebook cover, FB cover. Now, and then this is one of them. We do need to update because Lynn is in red. We did contact the company and they made them all in blue. So now that this is actually drawn to my attention, I will make sure we take this out and put the new photo there that is not Lynn in red. And see how this is kind of long? The other Facebook photo was a little smaller, but I think they both are usable. So this is I'll work on that in the next couple of days, popping a bunch of, so like we love Marblehead. This is a cover photo. If like you serve Marblehead, it's kind of cute. But a lot of us service more than one town. So that we love the North Shore, or just the map, or just maybe like I created that cover photo for the main page. Where is it? It was just a picture of Salem. Salem smack in the middle of everything that we do. This will be Gloucester in a couple weeks, and then we'll make it something else, and then we'll make it, we service so many areas that this photo can be so many things. I know we don't have an office in Salem right now, but, and I say right now because you never know with Al. Tomorrow, we could have one tomorrow. But it is like in our market sphere, so,
Katie, I have a cover photo question.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't have my phone on me because one of the kids has it, but so is the cover photo, is it shaped is it more square when it's represented on a phone than it is on someone's laptop? Do things get cut off on the phone that wouldn't get cut off on the laptop?
yes.
Is there some way to like bypass that, or do you just have to make sure certain things are in a certain place?
So I'm gonna go over to my phone. This is a really good point. So this cover photo I made is really long. This is the desktop version. This is what Canva used to make you do for a cover photo, and I'd have to measure it otherwise. And let me just quickly jump over to show you what it looks like on my cell phone. I'm getting good at this now. I can bump right over to my cell phone now. See, like I'm monitoring like 14 pages. So my time on social is so different than other people's. So look, it cut off Remax. So it cut off to the left of the snowman even. So the Canva Facebook cover that they're using right now is in my opinion, the better one to use because it's going to look good on both places. It annoyed the crap out of me right away when I went to my cell phone 2 days later and I saw the Remax cut off because I'm a stickler as you can imagine, like the Instagram bothered me that it wasn't 100% right. And then I know like to some people, oh, it's good enough. Like it's just, no, it has to be 100% correct. So if you switch this photo out, the problem is everyone sees I switched it out. So it's like we were kind of stuck with it and I didn't want to change it too fast because that looks to me unprofessional to switch things out too often. Maybe that's just me, but
is it always, so it's always centered perfectly then? So in that case, if we're putting a Remax logo in anything, just put it like dead center?
put in the, if you use the size, let's just see, let's just see if somebody has the correct size. So maybe my page, D. Virgilio Home, let me just quickly go there. Oh, no, this is a good one. So North Shore Rentals, the size of this, see how it just doesn't go all the way to the side? And I click on it. Did I share that? Am I still on my cell phone or am I on the screen? Okay, so so sorry, I'll show you this way. Thank you. I know my phone's gonna shoot the bed. I'm just gonna go over to the rental North Shore Rentals. So there you go. That's left to right. You can see how it looks this way. I'm just gonna stop sharing and now go over to, do you see the screen now? It's the same thing. It's the same size and it looks great on desktop and on cell phone. So in short, when you're on Canva, home, templates, cover, this is the correct size. Oh, it didn't go up for some reason. Cover. This is the correct size that I would like to see anybody use because the long version, it only looks good on desktop. This version looks good on both. So this size, which is somewhere around 730 to 415. Awkward. It's like such a random number, but that's, so if you were to, the reason why I measure it is you can customize your custom size right here, custom size. So 415. That's the size I measured, which is a size of essentially pretty much the same size as the Facebook cover photo that they say it is. So does that answer? I think I'm correct. I mean, this is all, like, I don't pretend that I like exactly know everything I'm talking about, but from what I've experienced and I've done, that's a really good question because that's been something that's bothered me. That when you're on your cell phone, it's not the same size as when you're on your
Yeah, because what bothers
Desktop.
me is when you're on the Facebook page, your circular photo sometimes that photo view also blocks stuff,
Yep.
when it's in the circle. So is it better, can you upload to your phone right from Canva, or does it have to be your computer? Because I feel like the phone one's trickier to get right than the Facebook one. Can you can you change your cover photo? I guess you could change it on your phone instead of on your,
This is the correct size for the phone
okay,
right here. So you're fine under templates, cover photo. That is the phone size. It's the long one that they used to have. Canva used to have a longer Facebook cover photo for some reason. That's the one you don't want. But yeah, you could download it to your phone first and then upload it from just to see how it's going to look instead of your desktop. You would just text yourself the photo. Do you have your text set up on your desktop? Because I do, and you could just drag it to your text right on your desktop, and then it goes to your phone, and then log into Facebook on your phone, change your cover photo there, and then you can know for sure that it's not the wrong size.
okay.
But all right, well, we still have a half an hour left, and is there anything specific, because we didn't go over like TikTok, or does anyone want to do TikTok? Does anyone want to do more Facebook?
This won't be our last session.
Oh, no, and this is not the last session. We're gonna keep on doing social. I don't know, did we say like how often? Once a month at least? Yeah, we don't have a schedule yet, but we're definitely gonna do more social classes based on what everybody, what everyone's needs are. Oh, just in case anyone wasn't on the first class, let's just go to, I'm gonna go to the Remax 360 page. The only way that you can get likes on your page is if you invite somebody or if they comment on the page or like something on the page, and you can invite them. So for instance, and I'm not going to have an instance, am I? I probably should go to the D. Virgilio Holmes page. When people like a post, and no, I had some too, and I saved them, and then I just went for it and I invited them. So I'm so mad because I think I had one right here. It would be highlighted right here as they aren't invited. Of course I invited them. I broke down. I love that photo. I love today's post. That's so funny. I like it.
I was like, whoa, that's not going up till after 11. It is after 11.
5. Usually the same people like my stuff. So it's like, let's just see if we can find one. And if not, nope. Oh, here we go. I have one. It looks like this. So Familia liked my post, and I don't know who she is. And but she liked she liked my post. So now I get to invite her to like my page. Now, it's my understanding that she will now see my page until she rejects my invite. So as far as I'm concerned, she now likes my page. It might not reflect in the numbers. The other way you can invite somebody is right here, the 3 dots. Invite friends. I'm on a Facebook restriction because I've invited too many people, but I can still do it this way, I believe, if I invite just a couple at a time. Because
So are you inviting friends that are from your personal page?
These are people that are my personal Facebook friends.
Do that again, 'cause that's the thing
And then send invite. Yes, I was able to send him. See, and then it says invites sent. I'm psyched because I was blocked. So these 3 dots and then invite friends. I don't think I can select all. Let's see if it works. Oops. See, it says something went wrong, but I think it's because at one point Facebook slapped me on the wrist and said they thought I was a robot or whatever, because I was inviting people to like all your pages at one point, and if you guys all of a sudden got likes, that's why. And then they stopped me from my bad behavior, but I can still do it. I can just do like 100 a time. I can do like a couple hundred a day. So this is how you can just click off. I don't know if you guys have the same restriction. This is how you just get around it. Or you just click all like I just did, and then send invites. So this is the only way to get your views up, and the views are important. So TikTok. All right. Yeah, I have a lot of Facebook friends that have passed. I just skip over them.
Is that what flagged you from Facebook, you think?
Maybe. I think I was flagged literally because I was bulk inviting people like hardcore for a couple days because I was trying to like help everybody out by getting more likes, and I guess that's not allowed.
People that haven't responded.
So I'm gonna move over to TikTok. Oh, I gotta stop sharing.
Oh, that's a good point.
Screen share. Screen mirroring. Oh, it's not giving me a TikTok option. Do I, maybe I can't be plugged in. Huh. Oh, share. There it is. Okay. Zoom. That was better last time. I was faster on getting back up. All right, and I'm plugged in. Can you see my phone?
Yep.
Okay, so TikTok. Oh, Boomerang is good too. If you haven't gone over Boomerang, that's a fun one.
We did just for like.
For like a second. We'll do,
First one,
if we
so
have
maybe
time, we
let's
can
do
do a
it.
little Boomerang too. So TikTok. I don't know what this is. I can't help but watch. Now I'm like, we gotta see what's going on. What? Oh, listen to the background noise. So I guess you can put that in. Oh no, this is a song. She must be live. So anyway, I can watch. I'm terrible. I could just watch this. So this is my personal that I changed the name to Julia Holmes. So Lizette, do you want me to make a video from scratch? Do you want me to go through some of the videos that I've made?
I don't know
This isn't
anything
real
about
estate, obviously. I'm
TikTok.
just. Go ahead, Lizette.
I am like, I'm very new, very green. I have not done
Okay.
TikTok.
Well, I don't know
at
how to
all.
play. I know I've played a couple videos in the past, and then from there, I don't know what material I have on my phone, but whatever I got on my phone, we can make something. So the different things that we can do on TikTok, and I can go to other people's pages as well, is really just casual, fun. This is hip hop, like top 100 music. You can pick any music you want for these. And so it started as my personal page. And then I started doing, and then I changed it over to a work page. So let's just see what I got here. I don't know if you can hear me over the music, but this was a property on Revere Beach. This is the Matterport. So if you have a Matterport and they're not sending you the dollhouse video, that's what this is. I just think it's just cool. It's just something different to show people. And I put the balloons on top in TikTok with all the writing. Sometimes I don't do all the balloons and stuff in TikTok. Sometimes I do, because I never make it in TikTok to be TikTok famous. I'm making it in TikTok to then put it on Facebook or Instagram. That's my personal intent. Now you all might be TikTok pros and maybe you're better off at. So let's just see what else I got here. This was a Diamond District. I won this listing over so many people. I never tried so hard. I was like, I don't know. So they hear a lot of fruit trees and stuff in the back. So the idea of the music with the, it all of a sudden picked up. I put the fireworks at the end. Coming soon. What's this one? For some reason, the music's not playing. Can you hear the music?
No. But how do you do that from scratch for us, please?
So to make these from scratch, I just want to see if there's anything else that's interesting. Oh, this house is beautiful. Let's beautiful house. So these are just my handheld, obviously terrible videos on fast forward. It looks choppier for you. Oh, you're not seeing it as clear as mine.
Yeah, we're all seeing it much choppier than how it looks on her phone, just so you are aware.
So if you have a TikTok account, it's DeVirgilio Homes, if you want to check out all the different videos. Hopefully I can build this and you guys can see. So what I'm gonna do is you hit that plus button at the bottom. Ooh. uploads. Sorry about that. I'm like, "Ew." Let's just see if I have any old house videos. I probably don't. No, I can already tell I don't. So I'm just gonna make a video based on photos. So typically I'd be using TikTok at an open house. I showed up half an hour early. Nobody's there yet, or I'm waiting for the photographer to finish up. I'm just at the house and I kind of just want to make something. So I start taking 3 to 5 second clips of the house. I walk around the house, I take 3 to 5 second clips. I also take pictures, or prior to showing up, if I have the professional photos, I'll download some professional photos to my cell phone. So I text them to myself and then I download them into my roll, which I can get to that after if anyone doesn't know how to do that. So I'll just take a couple photos here of a house that I'm listing this week.
Your handle's at DVirgilio K for anyone looking.
DVirgilio K is what it's under, I guess, on TikTok. If you're looking for me, that's what's called a handle. I don't know that. And then, so I'm gonna do 7 photos. And I click next. So it already puts a song to it, but I'm like, I'm not digging that song. So I'm gonna go to sounds. I'm gonna go to songs next. And so this is all the TikTok viral songs. So they're gonna be like popular, I guess. That's too slow. SpongeBob. Oh, I can't have that. No. Nope. So these aren't really going to vibe with a new house, right? So I'm going to go to maybe new releases. Call my phone. You know what? I'm just going to do my regular stuff that I like. So what do we got? What's the Bieber Intention song? Am I spelling his name right? The kind of smile that makes the news. Sorry, I already know I like this song. Easy to choose. You got a mean touch, you can't refuse. No, I can't refuse. The kind of smile that makes the news. Actually, when you're under sounds, you can if you click that little scissor button, I can go back. So I'm here. Sounds. Click the music note with the scissor button, and I can move the song. You make it easy to choose. So I can change like where the song starts if you follow what I'm doing. I just click on the main photo. Effects. You can do so you can click play, and as it's playing, I can do I don't want to wait till I get in the kitchen. And I might go bling. So I just made like a little bling at that part of the video. So I'm gonna hit
to pick a song. So is it a good idea
I can't hear.
to pick a song?
Hold on, let me turn up the volume.
Oh, sorry, Kate.
Volume.
So it's a good idea to pick a song that goes with kind of the
with real
the
estate.
the age group of the house that like for the buyers, right? So like,
your vibe is your tribe. And that's what I heard recently. And I think it's the truth. If you don't like modern music like this, don't be putting it on your stuff. If you want something that's more, like jazz music, then you can just be like, maybe you want more music. It doesn't have to be popish or, I don't know, who's a jazz or who's like a more,
Chick Corea.
you could do like, what's it called? Like hard rock from like the 70s and 80s, like classic rock, or like the band Boston, hair music, right? Everything's in here. So like this is Boston.
so just a quick question to go back to what we talked about like at the beginning of the meeting. So a good time to do this, I would probably like be at the house while the photographer's there and like do something like this.
Yep.
But in order to do this, I would have to have a coming soon. In order to put this on like TikTok or something, would I need to have a coming soon form filled out before I could post this?
Technically, yes, you need your delayed listing form or no contracts at all. So for
Okay,
no
so
contracts, you
as
can
long as
post
they
that.
haven't signed the contract yet, but in that case, if you publish the address, you run the risk of somebody basically
Whenever I
swiping
do
your
contracts,
listing.
I always have a delayed list. Is it delayed listing or non-MLS? Which one is the one we need? Non-MLS. I always, you pop it in with your listing, just have it right in with your listing forms. So if you have your listing signed, you have that signed. Do you follow what I'm saying? So if your
Yeah.
contracts are signed, that was signed as well. Like the loop is set up, like have your loop set up so that you always have the non-MLS form signed. And then if you have it, your contract signed, then you have that signed.
So if
So
you have,
am I
if you
in
have
the-
your delayed listing signed, you can still, you can market it.
Is Zosha on this? Because I don't want to misspeak. That's why I asked her to talk
Yeah, I'm
about it.
still here.
Yeah,
Will you
that's-
answer so I'm not misspeaking?
So Zosha, basically, if you have a delayed list, say you want to post something like a TikTok video, a TikTok video prior to it actually being listed, can you have a delayed listing form? Are you allowed to still market it on things like TikTok with a delayed listing form? So you
No, so
have,
a delayed listing form means that you're delaying the listing, advertising and showing. So TikTok is social media, it's advertisement. So in order to do any kind of advertising on any social media platform, anything in print, any showings, you need a non-MLS form or the coming soon form. The coming soon actually doesn't allow you to do showings, but you can advertise it.
okay, so we can only do this kind of stuff if we have coming soon.
Yes, coming soon or non-MLS.
Any more questions on that? Stickers. So I'm just like adding some stickers and stuff. It doesn't look good there. So if I don't like it, I put it up in the trash. So I can also put these on when I go to the next platform. They don't have to go on this platform. I thought I could tag myself. Oh no, you don't tag yourself on this one. So really the effects is the one that sometimes I'll use. You can make it snow or rain or starlight. You know, it just depends on your style. And then next. And then this is where I would write like coming soon. And that TikTok's a big hashtag platform. So other people are looking for videos through your hashtag. So RE/MAX agents will find each other, realtor, real estate agent. Oops. And as you start typing, things come up usually. RE/MAX 360 for sale. And then I'm posting it and then that auto saves to my my phone, my photos in my phone. So then I can take it from there and I can upload it wherever. There it is uploaded and I can share it too. If it doesn't, if you hold down the video itself, it says save video right there. So, and then under discover is a big place I like to go if I'm looking for real estate related stuff. And then this is just a lot of real estate related videos. A lot of people are on TikTok to try to be influencers, is what I think the word is. So they're like trying to be experts in real estate, like real estate tips for beginners. And I'm a fan of not being in my videos and stuff like that. But, you know, it's everybody else. See, what was that thing I just said? Tribe, you vibe. Your vibe is your tribe. So if you like being in the video and you're always in the video and you're like people, you're going to attract the people that like you and like that and want that. And that's going to be the people you work for. A good example is like the Proper Nest. Not everybody likes what the Proper Nest does. A lot of people like are very negative towards them, but there are people out there that love what they're doing and would only list their house with them because that's their tribe. Everyone has their own like niche and stuff. So everyone has their own vibe. There's a guy on here, if I can find him. He's a RE/MAX agent. And I think I finded him near the beginning and he's super funny to watch. It might be under RE/MAX 360. Following. He's an interesting guy. He does funny videos, basically, is what he does. Let me see if I could just find him. Looks like him almost. I didn't know I was following so many people. Remax, no. Sorry, I should have found him prior to this. Maybe he's under here. I know we're following each other. If I don't find him here, I'll move on. I'm fouling a lot of Bachelor people. I'm busted. Let's see. I think he's like, I think this is him. Yeah, this is him. So this is a Remax guy. I don't know where he's located. And he just does a lot of the trendy, wow, he's been on here a lot since. So I don't recognize any of it. So a lot of this is probably new. The sound's not on. I don't know how to get the sound on. He's just like him and his son. I don't know if he's a single dad or not, because it's always him and his son. He's just using the different like noises, and he's always at Zoom. He's working, and I don't see a lot of real estate stuff. There used to be more.
We here at Remax Elite Realty understand we are in unprecedented times.
And know that there are so many questions.
So he must have made
concerns.
this himself on his
About
site.
what is going to happen over the next few weeks.
And what the market will look like when all of this is over.
We want you to know we're here for you.
Now and in the future.
But,
We're all in this together.
well, you don't have to watch that whole thing, but you get the point. So that's a thing you can do on TikTok if you didn't know. So half of them are like him at working, and then half of them are just fun, but he seems, look at his likes. Some of them are over like 1,000. I don't hear the music on this, but it must be some fun. Yeah, it's probably some fun music, I'm sure. Whatever's trendy on TikTok, he tends to be doing, whether it was the jump into the 80s music video thing. I think this is it. I wanted to do this so bad. Yeah, there's a drag and a delay right now between me and the screen, but I think you must have been in R4. I gotta meet this guy. I gotta meet this guy. So obviously there's a sound problem with my phone as well connecting, but let me see if I unplug it. I'm like, where am I in the background? I was there. So anyway, he's one of the people I prefer to follow. He's a Remax person, so obviously we like to watch Remax. And I don't know what else we got. That was just for my photo shoot. I like it because the song's about like living in Ugly City. Because like we're like the ugly city of the North Shore. So like I just made a little TikTok video out of because I think Zosha took some photos while we were doing the shoot, and I was like, well, let's do something with this to show everyone, because the photos weren't going to come back for weeks, but we wanted to kind of start putting the new imagery out there. I made a ton of videos for the Lux. So I use these for stories. You've got to be careful because on Facebook, on a Facebook post, it's square. On Instagram, I mean. What I'm hearing elsewhere, and then I put it on my stuff because it's familiar. So like, whoop, there it is. I picked that song on purpose because it's in a commercial I just saw. So really that's it. I don't know if anyone has any specific questions about. So this is a Saturday song. So for the Saturday open house, we were out at open houses on Saturday. So I used the song Saturday Sun. And I had everybody take a picture of them holding up their QR code. Because that was trying to be modern. And I really wanted to get in front of the QR codes in front of the other companies. So I wanted to make sure we really posted a lot about it, to just be like, we use them first. You know, like we're ahead of everybody else type of thing. I already showed that house. This is cute because it's on fast forward. So I just taped her running around and I put it on fast forward, and the song was fast. And so you can do that about somebody running around a house, like tidying it up, and then you can put the music to it, because you just like, you walk around pretty fast, but then you put it on fast forward. So you can like make the bed, or like fix the kitchen up, or move things around the living room. Like there's different things you could do that are just fun. So TikTok's meant to be casual and fun. It's not meant to be super clean and crisp. And although some of the videos on here are, I will say, pretty, most of these are on fast forward. The video tours I'm about to show, like you'll see these $1 million houses. They're all with rap songs. They're all with rap songs. And so a lot of times they're walking through the house on fast forward. This is a terrible video job, terrible. But look how beautiful the house is. And it's all about the music. If I could find one that, I love it when the house has a gate. Oh my God, it had like purple lights out front.
The gate was open, I walked up. Your house is insane. I really wanted to know, what do you do for a living? I own a real estate company. Wow, that's awesome. Doing really well.
Yeah, I saw that. They're all in real estate. Look at the little house.
I'm a real estate attorney. I'm in real estate.
So this is on fast forward. I'm guessing it's on fast forward. And the music for some reason isn't playing, if there is any. I'm assuming they're going upstairs. So you can just quickly walk through the house yourself and then put it on fast forward, and it's like a quick tour. Just hold your phone as steady as possible. It's like a little house. Right, right. It's all about the hashtags, I'm telling you. So if like you look at that, I bet it's it's hashtagged creative, like real estate. I'm surprised it doesn't have more hashtags. He must have more content. That's good. If I like a video, I tend to go to their other stuff, because sometimes that's definitely on fast forward. And she was gone when he came back around. Do you see that? Notice that? It's a very nice house. So I like to watch these and just see if I can get any ideas. But for the most part, I already found my vibe for myself, which is just, I take different clips throughout the house. I throw some photos in. Sometimes I'll take a selfie of myself doing something, or if a coworker's with me, of the for sale sign, of the flags, something to brand like what people are looking at. And that's really all I do for TikTok. But obviously you guys, the options are endless.
I think too, like when you do fast forward, or like if you slide through.
Talk on the Zoom.
I was just saying, I think also when you use fast forward, or if you have multiple pictures going really quickly, it holds people's attention, and then it kind of gets them stuck on your video. So they're more apt to not get confused, but rather like something just by happenstance.
Notice how many more views I had on my fast video that I showed. I had like double, triple the views on my fast move, and this one too. Like it does, they moved a little faster, they were a little more interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like you're correct on that. It's just like, it's giving quicker imagery, they don't want to look away.
Yeah, because they're like, did I miss something? They're like, yeah.
Let's see if anything else got high views. This one did all right. Yeah, it's interesting. This is where I made the key toss. I don't know if did I already show that one? I probably showed it in class. Oh, okay, so well, and I think everyone saw our little key toss video. And the song was purposely picked. If anyone doesn't know, this is called Click. Because we're all a click. So this was made and everybody just sent their video. We jammed it together. We edited it so that it fit perfectly. I love Hazel. She was my favorite part. And then also, as well as the other one that we made here. That was kind of like, just show us what you're doing. We didn't really give instructions on that one. When I would still love to do another full office one. We just need like a idea, I guess. Whatever's trending at the time. I don't mind the key toss again, but then again, we've already done it. So it's, if we can figure out one, I would love to. I think we tried, but then there just was too many, I think it was very Danvers heavy and but none of the other office, we didn't have enough from all the offices. It wouldn't have come across correctly. I think that's really it. So, aside from TikTok, we did go over Boomerang quickly. Oh, we're right at 12. So we'll do this for 2 seconds and then, so this is Boomerang. Is this really what it looks like when you log in? Let's just see. So Boomerang. Yeah, I guess it does. So it just goes right to what you're looking at. So who wants to be my gopher? Who wants to stand up and twirl? This is all, this is all Boomerang stuff. So Vivian going down the slide, basically I just taped her, where is it? I taped her going down the slide or blowing bubbles. You can see it. She blew and it kind of reverses. So Boomerang, oh, here's Roxy Maggie. They're blowing out their candles and then it starts, so it goes back and forth. I don't think I did that one long enough. This is hilarious. Vivian attacking her dad. So I don't have a ton of business stuff on here because most of the time when I'm using, this is where I got the video of me twirling and then I put it into TikTok and I made it a set, 9 versions of me twirling. So you can take the one, I just thought it was wicked cool. Zosha took that we were at an event for, I think, Boys and Girls, I don't remember. They were popping the champagne at, I think, a high school graduation, which is probably not. You can't see, for some reason, it's not letting me open it up because I'm syncing it to the screen, but it shows popping the champagne and the cork goes back in and it pops and the cork goes back in. I thought it was, or obviously the one that everyone loves, which is not going to pop up, which is unfortunate, is the throwing the caps at graduation. That's super cool because they all go up and then they all come back in. So it's,
The bubbles are cute.
yeah, the bubble. So, do you want to show, I don't even know what to do. Do you want to take a video of me really quick? I think I just did this. I'm wearing the same freaking sweater I wore last time. I don't even know. I'll
YMCA.
Tell me when you're
Maybe
gonna go.
bend over and let your hair fly up in the air.
3, 2, 1.
So stupid.
And then save.
And then save.
I click save.
So it really just repeats the motion that I did. That's a stupid motion. I'm sorry, but no one else in here wanted to be the guinea pig. So
You did great.
I like it when there's 3 people in a row and you're all yeah, or you move just a little bit. That's, especially if you're at an open house. This is great if you're in front of the house and you have the flag blowing or something, you could do with that as well. It's just I don't know how many seconds it is, maybe 4 seconds. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 3 seconds. And it just repeats itself forward and then back.
Is people just seeing the rug?
Yeah, I know, because I just wanted to count the seconds. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking to do anything specific. And it doesn't have to be even a person if you want to just it just goes back and forth, back and forth. It's super casual. Obviously, this is more because you've seen this type of movement somewhere else. So when you see it, you just look relevant and up with it and young and hip. And this isn't everybody's vibe, but
And you can get the Boomerang right on Facebook, I think I saw the other day, is that right?
Instagram, I believe. And it may be on Facebook as well, because they're owned by the same company.
Click story, I thought I didn't.
We're saying that you think that we can go right into Boomerang from Facebook, and I know you can go through Instagram.
It says text.
So I just want to show, I'm sure everyone saw this, and we already went over this in the last class, but I use Boomerang. So I personally wouldn't have a reason to use Boomerang all the time, but then I wanted to do a post on having 100 sales in Essex County for last year, because I was like, oh, it's an awesome number. So I went, and we knew we were doing the social class as well. I got the 100 balloon. Sorry, if I could just find it easier. Let me go to my desktop. It might be better. How many weeks ago was it? 4 weeks ago, 5, 6 weeks ago. I don't want to make everybody dizzy here. 2 more, I'm already down the rabbit hole, so,
Videos. On the top there, it says post and then videos.
okay, and then it says boomerang there?
No, I'm saying that if you're trying to find your video you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing on this and go to my desktop because it's gonna be less dizzying for everybody. All right, good. After this, we'll just let everybody go. And then I think I can click videos. Here it is. So this was just a boomerang. It was like a moving photo is the way I looked at it to grab people's attention. And then I put it over on stories. So I think I could go into my story archives and I put like, you know, fireworks over it and like confetti sprinkling down and all that. So that's my homework. So it's cover photos. We'll get some more cover photos for everybody to use in that file there. And I don't know, any other questions or anything anyone wants to go over that's still on? Otherwise, we're past the time that we said we'd be, but we're happy to stay on a little longer.
There's no more questions in the chat.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. It's us in the room. Look, it's all of us that are in the room. And Zosha and Roberta. That's Roberta 430. Oh, and Christine. Christine's wicked good with social media, by the way. Follow her.
And I'll share the link later this afternoon for the recording, and I'll pick up some links from you and put it all in one document and send it out later this afternoon.
Okay.
Does Canva have a thing where like